Mm, Welcome to Charles GPT YouTube channel where coding dreams come true. Join me as I work on real life projects. We will dive into C++, Arduino projects for now, and then some projects on other programming languages along the way. Get ready to code, create, and maybe even crash your projects a few times. If you are short on time, if you are short on time, or maybe have somewhere to go, and you just want to see the end result, or maybe I'm not just practicing Arduino, feel free to forward to the end part of the video to see the simulation in action. So we are going to be working with this today. We'll be working with remotes as well. I've done a video on remotes. I think the number guessing game for remotes. So this time around, I brought something unique and cool. So make your connections. I'll give you guys time to make your connections. As usual, make sure you download your Tinkercad, and we're using circuits, not 3Ds or designs. And so to find the remotes, you have to go. It's not in basic, so it's not a basic thing. So you go for all, then search remotes. Okay, so you have to take these for the input of the remote and the output of the remote. So you drag it to here and drag this one here as well, and make your connections. So you make your connections for everything. I've talked about the resistors, what they do, and the LEDs in some of my tutorials. So you make connection. Make sure your 5V and your GND is connected to the plus and the minus right here. You can see it right here. Yeah, your cathode is on right directly under your resistor for LED directly. The cathode is directly under. Then the anode is connected to the digital PWM. Okay, so I'll give you guys time to look up to do take a picture and check out the code. And sorry, I mean to say, take a picture and do the connections together. So I'll quickly move this a little bit this side. So moving this side, then opening the code. So you can see my name. So I like commenting, and I like making my work look neat and more matured as well. So you see, it's a quiz game features. It has 9 random Arduino programming questions. So if you have been following my videos, or if you want to know more about Arduino, I have some programming questions in the quiz game as well. So we'll do it together and know the correct answer. So the second one is it has a remote control input system. So this is the remote. We are going to be answering the question using this remote. Answering the questions using this remote. Then it has LED feedback for correct and wrong answers. So the reasons I put these two things here, I'm supposed to make this green. I think it's more cool to be green. So it turns green. I think I'll just change the color to green. So if you get the answer, it turns green. Yeah, I'll just change the color to green. So I think green is more cool. Green. I think it works that way. So change the answer to the color to green. Uh yeah. So this is for to track the answer. So if it's the correct input, it turns green. If it's wrong, it turns red, green, and red. So you have to define it. I've already used the blue. I've already declared it as the blue LED, but it doesn't matter. This is just a naming convention for the variable, so it doesn't matter if I name it blue or green. But the main thing is that you guys know that I just changed it right now, and I'm using green. So I don't want to start naming or editing anything again, but it's green. Because if I have to change this name, I'll have to change it everywhere of my in my code. So I gave a note, and I'm not sure the features of the quiz game do. So for the last one, it's called tracking and restart capability. It's track your scores. If you're answering, it will be tracking your score, tracking your score, tracking your score, tracking your score, and giving the answer. Okay, so notes. This note is important for reference. I used ChatGPT for full functionality of my code because I found this code made it's made almost made my Tinkercad crash when I was making the code. So I have to ask for help from ChatGPT, my namesake, I guess. So that's it. So we have to. So he gave me some things that you guys might not understand, and it doesn't. It does. It's not necessary for you to understand it, and because me as well, I don't understand most of the things that it gave me. So, but just few things though. So it gave me this. I don't know what it does, but it's just like char equation zero in an array program. It was wild, but I know that this was to set the thing in a new line, so all the equations will be in a new line. So I gave the equations to it and the answers as well, so it helped me make it align very well. So this means new line. This is a I've forgotten what they're calling this. It's an escape, yeah, an escape string that means new line. They have escape string to escape characters and many escape strings. So these are the questions. So we'll not just spoil the phone. Let's play it up firstly. So this is the code. I can't explain much, but I made sure I wrote some comments on the code because it's I didn't work on the code myself. I have to ask for help, and probably answering the questions I won't be able to get everything, so maybe I might even still ask for help in this video as well. So this is the quiz. It's called out many functions, the functions. So it's called out the functions and it started creating the functions one after the other. So this is the void setup. You see that it's almost similar like how I do my own coding. So you see this the serial begin 9600. Normally I usually name my blue LED using camel casing, but I think my namesake ChatGPT has like its own way of doing things. So it has the void setup and it must have the void loop as well. So this void loop, it keeps going, keeps going, and keep going. Don't worry, I'm going to post the code in the comment section for my subscribers. No, so it will ask you choose a question in the serial monitor. It asks you choose a question from 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. Then restarting quiz, it restarts the quiz. Then this for invalid inputs in case the choice is less than 1 or is greater than 9, because it's only 9 questions that I have for this quiz. So if the user wants to choose a question, like let's say I have only 9 questions, he have answered the first one, he have answered oh sorry he have answered the first one, the second one. Let's say you want to answer the first one again, I will just print out an error like already answered, please choose another one, please choose another one. I need to add please on this, but it's fine. So if the user choose any rubbish, like let's say instead of 1 to 9, equation from 1 to 9, maybe he clicks on another thing, it just gives an out like invalid input, press 1 to 9, and after everything it restarts the quiz again. So there's extra thing I just added. I think it's in the end. I don't know whether it's still there. Yeah, and if the user score is nine, then it says congratulations, you won the sum of $1 million. So I was just trying to make it like who wants to be a millionaire. I don't know if you've heard of that before. And then the game will be over. Then everything will stop. But if not, it's the game keep restarting till we will stop the simulation. So that's the code. I will quickly just scroll down for those of you that maybe following along or something. So quickly, slowly scroll down so you can see it clearly. So this is the code. I'll be posting it in the comment section for my subscribers. This is the code. Okay. So I will show you guys the functionality. Firstly, I will try using my head to answer the code, my brains, because I might forget some answers because it has been long since I actually ran this code. So I don't know if I still would remember some of the answers. So it will score you at the end, your score out of the 9 questions. Yeah. So let's just run this code. Okay. I hope you guys are seeing this serial monitor. So if we get any question correctly, it gives us correct and also shines this our new green light that I added here. And if we fail the questions, it's then gives us this red light. Like I'm supposed to add like a buzzer to make it more interesting, but let's just work with this for now. So, and note please, it might, the buttons are somehow clicky. You might not click something, it just clicks by itself, or it's very fragile. So let me just start the simulation. The remote, I meant to say. Welcome to the quiz. Well aligned. Choose equation 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. Okay, so let me say I want to choose equation from 1 to 9. So any equation I put, like let's say any of these I press, will give me a random question from 1 to 9. But if I click on, let's say I click on this rubbish, volume, invalid, choose equation 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. So let me click on this forward, invalid, choose equation. So that's what I was doing. So make sure you know how to handle the user's inputs very, very well. So invalid, choose equation 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. Let me click on this. Invalid, choose equation 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. Okay, so let me just, oh, I'm tired of this. Please, let me just choose equation. Okay, let me start with 1. We go 1. Okay, so 1 generates a random question. It gives us question 8 for 1. How to control an LED. So which of this is the answer? Select answer 1 to 4 using IRremote. So which of these is how to control an LED? I think digital right or something. Digital right. Let's see. Digital right. So digital right is 4. Let me click on 4. Correct. It turns green. You see that? Please keep a look at everything so you can experience the full functionality. So I've chosen 1. Let me try choosing the 1 again. Already answered. Choose another. Choose equation 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. So I've already answered 1, so it can't allow me to answer 1 again. So if I should go for this, let me go for 2. Let's see what it gives us in 2. 2. Another name for a for loop is what? Is it indefinite loop, conditional loop, while loop, or counting loop? I think counting loop. It's supposed to be a counting loop. Okay, I hope I get 9 over 9 so I can get my $1,000,000. Okay, for correct. It prints correct here and the green LED shines lights correct. Then the next one, choose equation 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. Okay, we have done 1 and 2. It won't allow me to choose 2 again. Let me just show you guys again. Already answered, choose another, so it won't allow me to choose 2 again. So if I run the third one, okay, let's see what it gives us. It gives us question 4 for the third remote. Function for reading a sensor. A sensor. I think analog read or something. Let me try analog read. So analog read is 2. Let me try putting 9. It will give you an error because the options are from 1 to 4. So if I try put 9 to click on 9, okay, let me click on 8. Say invalid. Choose 4, you dumbass. Choose 4. Okay, choose from 1 to 4. Okay, so function for reading a sensor will be, I think, analog read. So let me just click on analog read. Correct. I'm actually correct. So I'm still smart though. So just you can also be looking at the LEDs, the green and the red LED. So choose a question 1 to 9 or press 0 to restart. Okay, we have done 1, 2, 3. In case you have forgotten the one you have done, you can just click on it. Like now, let me click on this tray. Already answered. Okay, so let me click on 4. What type of ports does analog write use? What type of ports does analog write use? Uh, what type of port does analog write use? I don't know of this one. Let me ask my AI. What type of ports does analog write use?
Well, analog audio typically uses RCA connectors or a 3.5 millimeter or 6.35 millimeters audio jack.
What type of ports does analog write use for Arduino Tinkercad?
For Arduino, analog signals are typically read through the analog input pins. These are usually labeled as A0, A1, A2, and so on, depending on the specific.
I think I'm even more smarter than this AI. It's mad, like it's dumb. So let me just choose one. I don't know if it's correct. I will probably wrong. Oh, and it shines, it turns red. Well, I'm not going home with this $1 million. But don't worry, you can try yours out yourself and see if you can get the full answers to the questions. Then for the five, let me choose five. Okay. Okay, this is pretty much easy. Setup code for LED. So setup code for LED, I think it's one. So pin mode, pin output. We always do it in our pin mode. So you declare the pin mode. If it's blue LED, then you ask, you see if it's an output or an input. So it's one that is the answer for sure. So look at the serial monitor and also at the LED. So once I one, it's correct and the LED turns green. So have we done five? Okay, let me check. Okay, we have done five. Okay, this sixth. Let's go for the sixth. Six. Let me see what it gives us. Okay, this popular question. I had you guys on this. I know you guys will know this. So if you know this, just before I give the answer, drop the answer in the comment section. I think okay. Serial monitor command will be serial dot begin 9600. So it's option 2. Serial begin 9600, so it's 2. So I'll click on 2. Correct. Correct. Oh, which one have we done? Have we done 7? Let's check out for 7. Okay. So this is a for loop. They said for loop counting 1 to 10. Okay, if you want to make a for loop to count 1 to 10, so the I will be 1, then the I will be great. Okay, so the answer will be 3 because I is 1 and I is less than 11. That means it will go from 1 to 10. So if counting 1 to 10 will be this, so the answer will be 3. I'm probably correct. 3, correct. Correct. So I'm still smart though. So for the 8s, which function controls LED brightness? Um, LED brightness, LED brightness. Let me ask my AI. Let me know if it has an answer for this. Which function controls LED brightness in Arduino Tinkercad?
The function that controls LED brightness is typically analog, right? This function is used in Arduino to generate a PWM pulse width modulation signal that can vary the brightness of an LED by adjusting the duty cycle of the signal.
Okay, you say this analog right. Okay, cool. Analog right. Let's see if it's smart enough this time. Correct. It's actually cool. Correct. So the last question, I think 9. How many analog ports does Arduino has? Okay, this is pretty much easy. Let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 6. I bet 6. Correct. Okay, I'll be scoring a 9 out of 10. Sorry, 8 out of 10. So I just failed one. I failed one. I would like to quickly answer these questions again, but I think there's no time. So if you're working on the project, you can, if you get everything and get your $1 million on this, it's fine and it's pretty cool. It shows that you're smart enough and you are ready to go and you're ready to pass your IoT program. And that's a wrap. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more project-based coding tutorials. And remember, coding is all about having fun and sometimes pulling your hair out. Keep on coding and remember, practice makes perfect. And for those of you that don't like stress like I do, just click on my CG logo at the bottom right corner of this video to subscribe. Finally, I'm going to give you all a glance into our final project idea, which I'm super excited about. I've spent a ton of time perfecting the code and simulation, and I'm proud of how it's turned out. But here's the thing, I don't want to just share the code and tutorial with random viewers. I want to make sure that only our loyal subscribers get to see the full functionality and explanation of this project. So if you want to learn and see how we brought this project to life please hit that subscribe button. Subscribers will get exclusive access to the final project tutorials, and I wouldn't want you to miss out on that. Thanks once again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.